Hey everyone, welcome to the best US Mint news channel on YouTube. I'm Son of a Silver Stacker. Today's date is the 17th of October 2025, and in this video, we're going to be talking about US Mint sales. Why? Because they're vital to numismatists, flippers, and investors to determine demand and mintages. Now, before any of that, though, if you're new here, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to a bazillion subs. It's actually a tremendous number. You can look it up on the Google machine. It is ginormous. Also, we're always live, never edited, and always unscripted. I never know what I'm not going to say. Now let's bounce over to moneymetals.com. Check out those live spot prices. Looks like gold is the only one going up here today. So gold's up 875 to 43.48.15. Silver down 11 pennies to 54.29. Platinum down 58.25 to 16.68.15. Palladium down 31.15 to 16.02.45. And Dr. Copper down 007 James Bond style over here to $4.92 per pound. Down here, you're looking at it in stock American Silver Eagle, whose premium is $9.49 for a quantity of 1 through 39. They ask that you pay $63.78. Now, do you think the buyback is lower or higher? Remember that game? And The Price is Right is lower or higher than the spot price? Well, let's find out. 54.29. Yeah, it's definitely lower than the silver spot price. That is remarkable. Now let's bounce over to APMEX. I generally don't do this, but remember this: 63.78 right there, and their ask is 62.61. But if you're paying with credit card for a quantity of 1 through 19, you're going to be paying 67.30. And I got to ask the question here, folks: how soon before we see $65 an ounce for silver? And that would probably make the item total here with that premium of $10 just about $75 for an ounce of bullion. And it's the 3/9 fine. It doesn't need to be refined. What kind of silver do you own? The kind that needs to be refined, the 90%, 925, or is it 3 or 4/9 pure, right? 3/9 fine, 4/9 fine pure. That's amazing, isn't it? So think about that when you're buying silver. Now check this out. Extreme. I've never seen this, not once in the years that I've been doing this. It says extreme volume alert, modest processing delay in shipping and receiving. And I didn't see anything like that here on APMEX. But then again, I didn't put any of it in my cart either. Let's find out. Begin checkout. Sure, why not? Let's find out, shall we? Yeah, it doesn't say anything. Add $134 more to get free shipping. And free shipping's fantastic. Who doesn't love free shipping, right? Now let's keep on keeping on. Let's check out the coinnews.net article from Mike Unser dated October 16th. That was just yesterday. Title of this article is U.S. Mint Sales. Navy 2025 San Francisco proof Silver Eagle dominates launch week. And I'll tell you, when I was looking at the sales here, the top 10 generally, at number 5 you see 2 or 3 or 400, not a whole lot of, but we're in the 4 digits right now for the 5th spot. That is quite something to talk about, because it looks like sales are hopping over there at the United States Mint. And is it counterintuitive? I don't know. Generally speaking, with the price of gold and silver going through the roof right now, people are buying it up. They're snatching up the gold and silver products at the United States Mint. And I got to ask a question, with the price of silver being what it is now and what it could be in the future. I mean, heck, what are we going to see by Halloween, October 31st? That's a Friday. Could we see $75 silver, $5,000 gold? I bet we could. That would be remarkable. And the question is, isn't the United States Mint silver products looking like more and more of a deal each and every single day that the price of silver goes up? I think so. Now let's get busy with it. It says here, the United States Mint last week released its pair of 2025 ornaments along with the I would say highly anticipated 250th anniversary Navy 2025 San Francisco Proof American Silver Eagle. The latter, unsurprisingly, ranked as the Mint's top selling product. And there she is right there in Gia Beauty. And if you receive one of these in a poor condition, I am sorry. That's awful. It's just, is it the plants? Is it the production? Is it the personnel? What's making these coins not so pretty and grading below a 70? Because I'll tell you what, we're in 2025, and with the technology we have today, nothing should be in a proof 69 or lower. I can't even wrap my head around that with the technology we have and all the and think of who's looking at these things and sending them out? Like, yeah, that clears the quality control check. Yep, we're good there, and it's like a proof 65. What's up with that? Says here, released on October 10 for $105 and limited to 100,000 mintage, the Proof Silver Eagle features the Navy's emblem as a privy mark. It lasted just over 3.5 hours. That's absolutely correct, much like the earlier Army privy version before first becoming unavailable. Since then, it has seen very brief returns to sale and you know what? They don't mention here. Yeah, since then, it has seen very brief returns to sale at 7:30 a.m. in the morning. Okay. And sometimes you'll get into the waiting room and sometimes not so much. And I've heard from a lot of people. Okay. A lot of people are saying, I had it in my cart, maybe, and then 3 seconds it was gone. How are you able to complete a transaction within 3 seconds? It doesn't seem humanly possible, unless you have like the most ultimate internet speed ever, and you can click faster than in a blink of an eye. That's quite something. But I'll tell you what, I really believe for these high mintage products, they should have like instead of removing the household order limit altogether and making it none, make it 3, make it 4, make it 5, make it 2, but don't make it none. All right. I think that's when they really get snatched up. All right. With initial reported sales reaching 94,304. Obviously, you're looking at, 5,000, less than 800, 796 there left to sell, right? Released on October 7th for $35 each and featuring this year's Jefferson nickel. Yep, that's right. The ornaments are featuring the Jefferson nickel. What if last year they were? How hot would those have been? The U.S. Mint's 2025 ornament opened with sales of 3,142. At the same time, its 2025 Mighty Minters ornament, designed for kids, began with 2,141. These ranked as the Mint's third and fourth best weekly sellers. And honestly, folks, they're probably going to have to revise those like they do the employment numbers. These ranked as the Mint's third and fourth best weekly sellers. Their openings were slightly below those of last year's holiday ornaments, which featured the Kennedy half dollar and began with sales of 3,344 and 2,211, but higher than those from 2023, which showcased the Native American dollar and began with 2,905 and 2,046. Oh, that used to be my old street address in Oceanside. 2046. That's awesome. All right, here we go. U.S. Mint top sellers. Below is the roster of U.S. Mint's most sought after numismatic products for the week ending October 12. Yep, Navy Privy. Bam. Number 1. Number 2, look at this, though. This is quite remarkable. This is something. 4,076 sold in 1 week. That's the uncirculated set that holds that penny from 2025. And that one is way better than the one well, it should be anyway, with the way the Mint does things. I don't know anymore. But this one holds that Lincoln cent from Denver and Philadelphia that you might have a hard time finding anymore. Number 3 is U.S. Mint ornament. Number 4, Mighty Minters ornament. Number 5, and look at this, West Point Proof Silver Eagle, the flagship Silver Eagle, sold at 1,194. Look at this, number 6 spot, Proof United States Marine Corps Anniversary Silver Dollar, sold 1,071 for a new total of 45,704. That is quite something right there, folks, because, yeah, that's outselling last year's almost it's by double. I don't know if it's double, but it sure is quite something there. But look, we're still at 1,000 and we're just at the number 6 spot. 800 here for the American Liberty Gold coin. Isn't that something? 817 American Liberty Gold coins were sold last week. I thought they were sold out. Well, their mintage is 12,000, right? And it looks like they still have some room to run. Number 8 is what? Batman 1-ounce silver medal sold 506 to a new total of 8,345. Number 9 spot is the uncirculated silver eagle, sold 448 for the new total of 84,538. And remember that mintage is probably closer to 110,000 than it was 90,000. And the mint really didn't actually see, they had product limit and mintage limit of 90,000, but actually that was a mistake because, well, I don't know, somebody must have punched it in on the keyboard and maybe fat fingered it. I don't know. Maybe they Godzilla'd the keyboard. I'm not sure what happened, but they didn't recognize that there was going to be bulk sales in there as well. Number 10 spot is the number 10 is the American Innovation Dollar Proof Set, sold 443 for a new mintage of 48,883. And I gotta ask, is the what's the total mintage on that one? Is it? Let's see here. It is still add to bag. All right, it's 62,000. We're at 48. Okay, that makes sense. All right, let's keep on keeping on. And this, look at this. What? Yowza. In its latest report, the U.S. Mint published sales data for 602 numismatic products. Three products saw week-over-week gains of more than 1,000 units compared to four previously. However, even though it's three products saw week-over-week gains of more than 1,000 compared to four previously, that number is really what stands out. The U.S. Mint sales momentum jumped. I'd say so, with 145 products surpassing their previous gains, up from 106 the prior week. That is quite something, folks. What does that mean, right? I mean, generally speaking, that means their gold, their silver, their clad products are hopping. Those sales are hopping. Really remarkable. Nine products showed weekly declines. Remember, I think they're getting ready for their Cyber Monday yard sale. Nine products showed weekly declines, down from 13 in the previous report. Notables included the 2025 San Francisco Proof Peace Silver Dollar by 380. That's from the general public. That's not the bulk sales. The 2025 S Proof Morgan Silver Dollar by 371. The 2025 S Proof Silver Eagle, isn't that something, fell by 115. That was the one that was highly coveted, then sold out rather quickly. And the 2025 Superman 1-ounce silver medal by 50. Not high in the latest round, but the 2025 silver proof set recorded its eighth consecutive weekly decrease, down 14. Remember, we went from 114,000 and then now it's at 113,000. And if you own one of those silver proof sets, well, you should congratulate yourself. That is one of the more special silver proof sets in the history of silver proof sets. It's quite remarkable. Or incredible, either one, whatever you like. U.S. Mint sales numismatic products, below our table showing the latest available sales for U.S. Mint numismatic products. The sales period covers from October 6 to October 12. Products with an asterisk are no longer available or had no reported sales. And look at that. Look at that. Come on. What is going on with the 2025 commemorative coins? Each and every single one of these product options is almost at least 1.5%. And this one, look at this. That was that silver dollar that sold 1,071, almost up 2.5%. Wow. Wowzers. Very successful commemorative coin program for 2025. It really is. I mean, you're looking at 45,704 for the silver dollar, 34 for the greatest generation, and 21,000 there for the Harriet Tubman silver dollar. So you got 21 plus 34, yeah, 55. And what are we gonna hit 55 here by the end of the year? All we need to do is sell 10,000 more, and if we have 1,000 a week, well, 10 weeks, that's gonna surpass both last year's silver dollar sales. That's something. All right, here we go. Morgan and Peace silver dollars, negative 341 for 0.30 negative increase or decrease. Same. Look at that, 380 for the Peace silver dollar, 0.34 negative. And after that, look at these sales. These are pretty fantastic, actually. And I think they do still outpace the American Silver Eagle. And what's interesting is, these are not 100% an ounce. It's 858. It's struck on a commemorative planchet. Although it is 3/9 fine, yeah, it'd be kind of cool if it wasn't, right? Imagine if it was 90% and they were struck in like a business strike out of San Francisco. That would be beautiful. Now look at this. This is quite remarkable as well. The Commemoratives coin and medals. Look at that. Come on. What is driving the sales of the Batman gold coin and the 2.5-ounce Batman and the 1-ounce Batman coin? We're in new territory, folks, no doubt about it. And I really would love to pick up that 2.5-ounce silver medal. I think maybe I will next year if it's still available. They've sold 6,506 out of a total of 24,000 available. So yeah, that's about only a quarter of what is going to be available. At least that's what they say. Let's keep on keeping on. All right, let's see. What else have we got here? Liberty Britannia, Flowing Hair. We got the 25th anniversary sackage. We haven't sold one of those in a while, have they? 1% here increase of the U.S. Navy 1-ounce silver medal. Navy beats them all. And honestly, do you think people went to the Mint website and like, hey, I got the Navy Privy American Silver Eagle, and what they did was purchase the Navy 1-ounce silver medal? Whoops. Yeah, people do that, they do. But look at that. I think that Army would have beat Navy had people not probably thought that they were purchasing the ASE with the Navy Privy. I think that's got to do tremendous amount, or maybe Navy just wants those. either way, that's what we've seen typically, and we're probably going to see the Marine Corps. All right, the Marine Corps went out silver medal. Pop also when the Marine Corps ASE, or Marine Corps Privy ASE, is dropped later on. When is that coming out here? I think we're looking at. I should already know this by now. That's November 10. That's less than a month away, folks. That is something else. Better get your yayas out. American Liberty Products sold 817 of the gold. That's almost a 7.5% increase. What's remarkable is that the United States Mint, they made available, at least the stated product limit is going to be 30,000, no, 60,000, and they've sold less than 30,000. What's up with that? Not sure. Clad proof sets, yep, those lost two for a new total of 304,726. And I got to ask the question, how many of these proof sets for next year for the semi-quincentennial? How many are you going to buy? But more importantly, how many is the mint gonna make? How many are they going to produce? Are they going to make 500,000? Are they going to make 1,000,000? Are they going to make 4 million? I want to know. Or is it going to be down and to the right? And that's typically what we've seen here. And remember, this was the 600,000 is high watermark in the last almost 10 years here. Yeah, that was the one with the 2019 West Point, not the nickel, but that was the Lincoln cent, and that's probably why they made so many of those. And remember those Mint State Lincoln cents with the W, some of them had all kinds of yuckiness on them. Not very good. All right, let's keep on keeping on. Look at that, 443 of the American Innovation dollar proof set. And like I said, we've already checked out the American Innovation, 62,040. So got a little ways to go on that one. Silver proof sets, they lost 14, and that's a very, very special set. Not only because the mintage is super low, but because the Kennedy half dollar and the Lincoln cent. How about that? Almost 1% here for the congratulations gift set, almost 1% for the limited edition silver proof set, sold 198, uncirculated mint set, there we go. And remember, the stated product limit, stated mintage limit for the uncirculated set from 2025 is 190,000. And at that rate, I gotta tell you, it's gonna be gone in weeks now, not months. Kids coin sets, ornaments, like I said, with the ornaments, I think these numbers are gonna be revised down. I think they will be. Let's keep on keeping on. Proof and reverse proof. Silver Eagles. Yeah, shaving a haircut right there. 94,304, 94,304. And that's for the Navy Silver Eagle. The laser engraved is 99,227. And the Army Privy is 99,747. They lost 3. The laser Privy lost 6. And the Proof Silver Eagle out of San Francisco, that one that's going to be highly coveted, I think, the better date or key date or semi-key date coin right there. It's got to be one of those three. Lost 115, but look at that. The Proof Silver Eagle. And it's not even a whole 1%, but that is pretty good. And remember, if you look at this sales right here for 231,000 for the Proof Silver Eagle, they were 286 last year. Let's look at the other W here. And look at that, though. 900, where are we? Where'd I go? There I am. 200. Hi, me. It's me again. Nice talking to myself. 2025 West Point Silver Eagle sold 231. Here, the 2024 sold 286. And let's find the next proof. Yeah, it sold 436. So yeah, look at that. The numbers are half, just about half of what we typically would see. 2022, almost 500,000 there. Quite something, folks. We are in, they're not selling like hotcakes like they have in the previous years. But I got to tell you, that 1,000 is pretty solid for 1 week. Uncirculated Silver Eagles, they sold 448 of those. That's a 0.5% increase. And I'm actually amazed that they're still available. But I think it's because of the bulk action. 2025 proof sets. I'm sorry. 2025 proof American Eagle gold coins. Look at that. Come on. With the price of gold going through the roof. And look at the sales. They got to be stoked over there at the United States Mint that their gold is flying off the shelf. Those Eagles are flying off the shelf. Right? Proof American Eagle gold coins from 2024. Yeah, it's kind of flat. Where it's really at is here. And look at the mintages, though. Even though these are flying off the shelf with these high percentages, look at this 4-coin set here, sold 28.05. Last year, 48.61. All right, look at this 68.02 for the 10th ounce, but just about 11,500 there. 26.62 for the quarter ounce here. Yeah, look at that. Half, again, 54.20. And you're looking at the half ounce here, sold 20.49. Half ounce here, almost the spirit of 1776 right there. And then what's really close, though, out of all of them, you're looking at what, 700 or less, basically maybe 690, 3247, and then 3935. Yeah, that is quite something, folks. Let's keep on keeping on. Look at that uncirculated Eagles. Look at that, 1.62, sold 35 of them. It's really not a whole lot of, but yeah, it's a steep increase. American Bison, or proof American Buffalo Bison gold coins, sold 114 for a 1.85% increase there. Let's keep on keeping on. The American Palladium Eagle from 2024, yeah, sold 156 for a 2.69% increase there. And then we got the presidential silver medals. Got to keep on keeping on there. There's the American Innovation Reverse Proof sets. They do come out at the end, well, middle of maybe the first week of December. That's the last product the United States Mint is going to actually sell for 2025. And by the time the reverse proof set comes out, I would imagine we already have the 2026 product schedule available to peruse at your leisure. All right, here we go. Look at that. Two American Innovation dollars from Texas, the 25 coin roll set from Denver. Somebody scored there. And the 100 coin bag from Denver. Somebody scored there as well. Look at this, 100 coin bag out of Denver, lost one. Now here we go with Michigan. What's interesting about this one is each one of these top three product options are absolutely gonzo. However, looking at the 100 coin bag from Denver, and that actually has a lower mintage stated product limit than the P bag. And there's probably about 400 of those, our source told us. So those have about, 4 weeks, maybe a month and a half left, probably. American Innovation dollars out of Arkansas, all product available there. And then 2024, yeah, not so much. Let's keep on keeping on. I think we have the Native American dollars to look at, and then the Kennedy half dollars, and then the American women quarters. And that will be it. And we'll check the +1 action out. There we go. Native American dollar rolls. Nothing at 1%, except this one got close. That's a 100 coin bag out of Philadelphia. Sold 14. But look at that. You got the American Native American P, Native American D, almost the same there at 0.57 and 0.48. Not too bad. Now here we go. Look at this. One bag was sold of the dated 2-roll set from 2025. Somebody scored there. Sold 26,141 now. That's something. All right, here we go. Stacy Park, Milburn quarters. Yeah, just kind of flat, except the 100 coin bag out of Denver, and the rest of them are flat as well. And I got to ask the question, will the United States Mint keep the mintages the same as they have done for the American women quarters? I mean, look, at the 3-roll set, I think the availability is like 18,000. Yeah, they haven't even sold, but there's about a half as much as they had made available. And what are they going to do with the remainder? Are they going to just send them back and have them melted? Not sure what's going to happen to those, but this program is almost over. In fact, the last quarter to come out is going to be October 21st here, and that's in 4 or 5 short days from now. Look at let's go to the calendar. Yeah, that's going to be on Tuesday of next week. Isn't that something? Now, I think that's going to be it for us here today. Like I said, mostly just flat, onesie, twosie, threesies on the American women quarters. And that is all, folks. Now let's go to the +1 action. It is Psalm number 32, Psalm number 6. It says here, let me get a little sippy sip of water. It says here, therefore, let everyone who is godly offer prayer to you at a time when you may be found. Surely in the rush of great waters, they shall not reach him, or even them, right? And I believe what this means is that the faithful ones pray at the first hint of misfortune so that a flood of suffering not overtake them. Yeah, imagine how hard that is. You know, you're in the heat of, you're passionate, you've got your feelings all ramped up like, are you out of control? I don't know. Maybe not. But you don't want to be out of control. You want to be able to control your emotions. Let's say okay, you make somebody suffer an injustice, right? Yeah, whoops. And remember what they say, it's better to suffer an injustice than to actually do that injustice to somebody else. But imagine if you did do that to somebody and then instantly you were like, oh man, please forgive me, I blew it. I didn't even know what I was doing. Or are you going to wait like a month or 6 months or a year to be like, yeah, I guess I was wrong. I shouldn't have. Yeah, that's how people are godly. Think about that. if you're like King David, he was one like that, right? He was, as soon as oh man, I blew it. Oh, let me seek redemption and forgiveness. Yeah. And pray immediately. And I think those are, I mean, because look, everybody is human here on earth, right? At least we hope so. And everybody has emotions that get worked up. And because of that, well, sometimes we say and do things that might not be true to our character, right? It's not our personality, right? It's just something that happens sometimes. And if you immediately see that you did something stupid, well, yeah, that's when you immediately pray and be like, oh man, let me fix this before it gets out of hand so that those great rushing waters don't come at you. Seek forgiveness immediately and rectify it immediately. And those people are more godly because, well, that's what the big guy wants. He wants us to recognize that we did something that may not be that cool. Now let's go over here to 39, it's fine, 99.9 KOI and Coin News Radio. That's right, this is Ace Frehley back in the New York groove off the Kiss solo album, Ace Frehley. And that's a rest in peace moment for him. Heard he had a fall in his studio and didn't recover from it. So R.I.P. Mr. Frehley. Now, with that said, I want to thank y'all for coming. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, hey, sub the channel. It's free. What's not free? Well, that's going to be membership. It's $1.99 per month, right? And there's 12 months in a year. That's less than $24. And yeah, it's like 6.6 cents per video. And it helps these videos keep coming out each and every single morning. Yeah, each day. Try that at home. Now, y'all have a great start to your day. It is Friday. It's the day that humans were created on the sixth day. That's us. That's our birthday as humanity, as human beings. And that's probably why everybody loves Friday, right? Everybody loves Friday. And Saturday, too, is pretty awesome. But Friday is my favorite day. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Stacker out.